Hello, welcome to another video. It's your host, 18, Ultimate Gamer 19,000, and I'm here today to cover a pretty interesting new development in D&D. D&D has released a bunch of new subclasses in a Unearthed Arcana, and I'll be covering at least two of the ones I care for, which is Scion of the Three Rogue and Purple Dragon Knight Fighter. Before this video begins, however, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, let's get right into today's video. So next week, or one of these, or one of my future videos, I'll be covering the other two subclasses from this list I really care for, which is the Oath of, what is it called? The Oath of the Genies and the Blade Singing Wizard. But yeah, to start off, let's do the Scion of the Three Rogue. So, Scion of the Three Rogue is usually servants of basically the Dead Three, or the main villains from Baldur's Gate 3, which is Bane, Baal, and Merkel. All very evil, very chaotic evil gods. So, now there is a chance that you could simply maybe just be like an assassin. You don't really have to be a worshiper of Bane, Baal, or Merkel, but definitely this subclass is flavored over being a worshiper of Bane, Baal, or Merkel, so take that as you will. By level 3, we get some pretty nice features. We get Bloodthirst. If your sneak attack hits a bloodied creature, the target takes extra damage of the weapon's type equal to half your rogue level. In addition, when an enemy you can see is reduced to 0 hit points, not killed, very important distinction, you can take a reaction and teleport to an unoccupied space you can see within 30 feet of yourself. You can then make one melee attack. You can use this reaction number of times equal to your intelligence modifier, minimum of once, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Now, I do have a small issue with this feature, which first of all, I believe the assassin rogue can make that extra damage. They do at the first turn of combat, equal to the rogue level. Granted, this could be done more than once in a combat, but honestly, I feel like it should just be equal to your rogue level. This only works on, like, the creature's already basically dead. This is kind of just making you want to just finish them off. So honestly, I feel like Bloodthirst, you can probably make it a little higher damage, but whatever. But yeah, this second feature, Hoochie Mamas, is a very powerful. If your DM likes minions, then he's going to regret ever adding minions. Because in theory, on your turn, let's say you like hit a minion, you get them really, really low. Because again, you are using your sneak attack, but you're not getting the additional damage from your rogue level. So, you may not kill him. Boom. Let's say the fighter, the paladin, the ranger, whatever, or the wizard, just finishes them off. Maybe they were a magic missile away. Boom, magic missile. They're done. Whatever. They're cooked. Now, you can now, as a reaction, teleport to up to 30 feet, basically get a free Misty Step, and make one melee attack, which if you have advantage, or one of your allies is near a creature, which, in theory, well, no, because it would have to be a dead creature. Well, I don't know, maybe if your allies fighting like 3 goblins, or maybe if there's like no, I guess you can just teleport to the boss. Because, yeah, I'm assuming someone are probably attacking the boss. Yeah, because your turn would have passed. You would have attacked the little grunt. Then let's say, I don't know, maybe your barbarian walks into the fray and just starts attacking the dragon, right? Let's say your ranger is like, okay, let me pick this guy off. Boom, ranger kills him. Then you can now teleport. Since your barbarian is right next to the dragon, you can just take a little stab at, or barbarian, whatever, any martial class, you can just take a stab out of it, still get your sneak attack damage, and if that creature is bloody, do additional amounts of damage. So yeah, Bloodthirst is a very flavorful and very powerful feature. I love it. Now, I wish it didn't scale based off our intelligence. The Scythe Knife and what's the other subclass, and the Arcane Trickster already use intelligence. If this could maybe be wisdom or charisma more, honestly, I would like that a little bit more. But again, that's just, honestly, it probably should be wisdom, because wisdom is the spell casting for clerics, and charisma is the one for paladin. And this is basically like a worshiper of a dead god. We're on like the death gods, so I definitely think there should be wisdom or charisma, because those are usually more associated with worship, or being in a pact or embedded to some evil creature, or even a malevolent creature. Still Bloodthirst. I feel like it should just be either charisma or wisdom. Also, those are just better stats, so but now we also get Dreaded Alliance. Basically, you choose one of the dead 3, Bane, Baal, or Merkel. You gain resistance to one type of the damage and ability to cast a cantrip. As detailed below, your intelligence is your spellcasting ability. I don't like that, but for the previous reasons. And when you finish a long rest, you can change your choice. So if you pick Bane, you can pick Psychic and Minor Illusion, which is nice. Ball is Poison and Blade Ward, and Merkle is Necrotic and Chill Touch. Oh, I'm already getting flashbacks of Chill Touch fighting Merkle. Honor mode Merkle with Chill Touches. Oh, that boss is disgustingly broken. Yeah. Also, this could easily be a ball spawn. If you wanted to make a rogue ball spawn, then yeah, this is the subclass you definitely would take. Also, a free psychic, poison, or chronic. Let's say you're fighting mind flayers, full on Baldur's Gate 3, final battle style, boom, resistance to psychic damage. Bane decided to, lock in and give you some power, boom, you're just significantly better off. Overall, I really like this feature. Now, level 9, we get Strike Fear. You get the following cunning strike options. Terrify. It costs 1d6, so pretty damn cheap. The target must succeed on a wisdom save where it has the frightened condition for 1 minute. The frightened target repeats the save at the end of its user turns, and then the effects on a success. Oh yeah, so this scales off your dexterity, so I mean this is a pretty damn high. This is decently high DC, and I mean yeah, with Terrify in theory. Okay. Oh, this makes. Oh, I love this rogue. So now, okay. So in theory, let's say your barbarian or let's say your ranger is about to spend its whole turn killing off the little goblins that are with like the big. I don't know. The goblin leader, the big goblin, the extra large goblin that, the goblin god just gave him extra power and he's became a very powerful creature. What you could do is you could sneak attack the goblin to get terror. Well, what you could do in theory is you would, well, I mean, yeah, because you could hide or just take the steady shot as your bonus action. Boom, steady shot bonus action. Use land your sneak attack the creature. Use the terrify. If they fail, then on your allies' turns when they kill the little like weaklings or hirelings or like their little minions, you can now teleport. And since the goblin king or whatever is now terrified of you, and it hasn't been the end of their turn, meaning they're still terrified no matter what, you can now have advantage still getting that sneak attack. And also, if you bloody them, bloodthirst, but yeah, overall, Strike Fear is a very good feature that can really allow you to kind of set up really nice strings of just teleporting and attacking. Also, I very much like this almost like Minito-esque feature where, oh, a creature's dead, boom, teleport, stab him. And also, you can technically do this on your turn. So if you kill a creature and just want to keep on like ramping up, oh, it's one melee attack. Wait, is a thrown weapon a melee attack? Is a thrown weapon a melee attack is the question. Okay, I'll look that up later. Check the comments. But yeah, overall, super solid feature. Works really well. Bloodthirst, love it. And now we get Aura of Malevolence. You radiate. I'm not will try to pronounce that word. Evil power associated with one of the dead three. At the start of each of your turns, each creature of your choice with intentful emanation originating from you takes damage equal to your intelligence modifier. Minimum of 1 should be wisdom or charisma. The damage type is the same as the damage resistance granted by your choice in the Dreaded Alliance feature. Damage dealt by this aura ignores resistances. The aura is inactive while you are incapacitated. Pretty damn good if you ask me. Again, just extra damage can be some decent AoE. I guess this would make it a little hard for you to stealth. No, they wouldn't know where it comes from. They just know, oh, I just took like 3 damage. Oh, what am I gonna do? Yeah, each at start of each of your turns, each creature of your choice. Oh, it's each creature of your choice. Okay, so this doesn't work with Bloodthirst. Is teleport sneak attack. Well, no, I guess. Well, no, because it's the start of your turn. Yeah, it's the start of your turn, so it's not that. Honestly, I feel like if it was like the end of the turn or the start of the creature's turn, then you could potentially get pretty crazy. Because let's say you leave a creature super low, boom, at the end of at the start of their turn, they take the Aura Malevolence damage, they die. You now teleport, sneak attack another enemy. That honestly, I think I might leave that as like what they could. I don't know. This rogue's really powerful, but this is a damage-focused rogue, which I feel like needs a lot of help. So overall, still super solid. Now we get Dreaded Incarnate. Dread Incarnate, that's amazing. Battle Tyrant. You have advantage on attack rolls against any creature with the frightened condition. Don't you already have advantage against a frightened creature? Am I missing something? Am I missing a core rule of D&D? Uh, or wait, or does okay, hold on. Okay, I may be cooking, but not that much. Or is it that like, or if an enemy? Wait, don't you already have advantage on friendly creatures? At least in my games, you do. Yeah, like if you scared someone, they're like you're gonna have advantage because they're not, they're gonna be like hiding. What does? I don't know. But if the level 9 thing I was talking about didn't work, now it does. I'm still unsure about that. But now you get murderous intent. The real reason we're here. When you roll for your sneak attack damage, you can treat a roll of 1 or 2 as a 3. Holy hell! Is that blowing your damage up by a significant amount? Yeah, that's good. That is good. Now you might be asking, why is that so good? Because now, no matter what, if you're at level 17, I think you do 96 of sneak attack at level 17. Your sneak attack will forever do 27 damage. No less, no more. No less. Just from now on, anytime you sneak attack, automatically, boom, 37 points of 27 points of damage, and then nothing else. So, I mean, yeah, this is just really nice. I mean, basically, this is just erasing their 1 or 2 on a die. Yeah, this is nice. Because I think this is so good because you're rolling so much sneak attack damage, and this subclass has an inbuilt way of doing more sneak attack than you're supposed to, meaning that this is basically like this is Baldur's Gate 3 Savage Attacker, and in Baldur's Gate 3 Savage Attacker on a rogue is beyond good. So yeah, very solid feature. I definitely approve. Overall, I approve of this subclass. This is really good. I wish any instance of intelligence modifier be replaced with wisdom or charisma because it makes more sense. Because every single worshipping or dealing with gods or benefited by god or an entity subclass does use their wisdom or charisma, never intelligence. So I do definitely hope that that's fixed. But overall, this is super solid. And also, if you ever want to play a ball sponge full on Dark Urge style, maybe, maybe it's a Dragonborn 2 that uses its breath weapon. I definitely do think Scion of the 3 Rogue is probably your best ball spawn option. Maybe take a couple levels of Paladin if you I guess if you want to be like an embracing Dark Urge, take levels of Paladin and are like a sneak attacking smiting rogue, which smiting sucks now. My fault. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I forgot. In my game, smiting doesn't suck because I have my own rules for smiting that makes paladins good. Well, paladins are good, but like more, smitey. So sorry about. Well, you still could. The flavor's there. Maybe take a level of cleric. Hmm. Yeah, you could take warcaster. You're already holding your yeah. You're already. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Like, if you really wanted to ensure you always have a reaction sneak attack, you could take 3 levels of War Cleric of Baneball or Merkle, and then boom, you got it. And I think definitely Baneball or Merkle being deities of War Clerics makes a lot of sense to me, so I could definitely, honestly, watch out for a build with that subclass, because I am really interested by it. But yeah, now we get into the Purple Dragon Knights, which are I think the communities had a very mixed reaction. And when I mean the community, I mean all of like the lore nerds. I'd be like, oh no, it makes no sense that they use purple dragons. They're meant to fight dragons. Blah, man, get the hell out of here. This is cool. I love it. Now I do know some people are mad at the fact it's only purple dragons and not, for example, red dragon or green dragon. Again, flavor is free. You can always just make it. Oh, it's a red dragon. Oh, it's a green dragon. Flavor is free. Will always be free. Reflavor it as you want. It truly does not matter. But yeah, that's not the way. Their knightly envoys a pretty nice feature. They learn an additional language of their choice and can ritually cast comprehend languages, which honestly is super sick and a really good ribbon feature in my opinion. But now we get the Purple Dragon Companion, the reason we're all here. And what are my thoughts on this feature? What it's introducing? like the concepts it's introducing is good, but at its core, this is a really weak companion. Like super weak. Like it is extraordinarily weak when you compare it to the Drake Warden. Which I mean I feel like this and the Drake Warden are legit the same. Like yeah, it's like come on, let's be real, it's legit the same. As you can see, the Drake Companion. Well, first let's go to it. Now, the Purple Dragon Companion. I scratched my mic, so if you heard that, I am so sorry. If it's ever killed, it can be revived by using your second wind and your action to bring it back. Or on a short or long rest, you can just bring it back. But let's see. Its armor class is 13 plus your intelligence modifier, which caps out at 5. The Drake Wardens is 14 plus your proficiency bonus, which your proficiency bonus most definitely will be higher unless you take a headband of intellect at some of the earlier levels, and then your purple dragon has a higher C. The HP is 4 plus 4 times your fighter level. The Drake Warden is 5 plus 5 times the ranger level. And the Drake also has their hit dices are worth more. Theirs being D10s, this one being a D6. Now, here's one thing. The Drake Warden doesn't have a fly speed right out the back or a swim speed. And also it cannot breathe underwater, which, which this new dragon can. It has a fly speed, a swim speed, and it can breathe in both air and water. Now, the Drake Warden out the back, does it? Yeah, no. The Drake Warden out the back does not have the feature to be able to add half of your proficiency bonus to any of its saving throws it makes, ability checks or saving throws. But the Drake Warden gives you resistance to either acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison damage, which is pretty damn nice. And also, the Drake is immune to whatever elemental damage it does. So now, the Drake's bite deals a d6 plus proficiency bonus in piercing damage. The Purple Dragon's rend is the hit is most definitely gonna no, it's the hit's gonna be lower. It's the hit is bare minimum gonna be lower or a little bit worse at some of the earlier levels. And its damage is only a d6 plus your int modifier, which a d6 plus your proficiency will definitely be higher. So yeah, in my personal opinion, also the reaction, the Drake Warden also gets infused strikes. When another creature within 30 feet of that Drake, that I can see hits a target for weapon attack, the Drake infuses the strike with its essence, causing the target to take an extra d6 of the type determined by its draconic essence, which is super cool, super nice. But this gets Gravity Breath, which Gravity Breath is a breath weapon that does 0 damage. It's a DC 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your int modifier, which this should be charisma. Charisma makes just so much more sense than intelligence in this case. This is legit you commanding a creature or kind of empowering this creature with your own personal will. This should be charisma. Charisma's like the will based stat and attributes. I don't know, I just think this is annoying. But whatever. Basically, this can either pull or launch a creature 15 feet either away to you or up to you. I did hear one person say that in theory this dragon could fly up and pull a creature 15 feet towards it and then drop the creature, and it takes like a d6 of height damage and also maybe knocked prone. Which that sounds cool, but this is 2 times per day. And the Drake Warden can use its infused strikes as much as it wants. Granted, yes, the Drake Warden does take its turn immediately after yours, but thanks to infused strikes, you really won't care too much. Gravity Breath potentially giving you advantage can actually be pretty damn nice, but an extra d6 is cool, but again, it's only twice a day, so both of these features are giving you an extra d6 of damage. But I personally believe that the Drake Warden's Drake Companion is d6 is far more reliable and probably just better because you can do it more and more often. Now, in theory, you could potentially target like 2 or 3 creatures with the Purple Dragon Companion, but I don't know. I'm very iffy about it, and also, what I even like even less is the fact that the 17th level feature improved Gravity Breath. Now it's a 30-foot cone, which is good, and I like that. but it only deals 2d6 points of force damage, which when at level 7, well, okay, at level 7, the Drake doesn't get its breath. By level 11, when the Drake does get its breath, it takes 86 points of damage. A fireball. And they can use this feature for free. Oh, it's only one per long rest, but or you can expend a third level spell slot to use it more and more. Which in theory, this is basically just you casting fireball, but it has a 30-foot cone of any element of your choice. This is really, really good. Yeah, this is a really nice feature. Also, at level 7, the Drake's bite does an extra d6 of elemental damage, which is super nice. And now both Drakes do increase to medium, or both Drakes slash dragons do increase to medium size. Now, however, this the Drake from the Drake Warden can't actually fly. This one can, which is definitely an improvement, but if it's in the air, it will crash down if you are riding it. Even if you are a small creature, which honestly I find kind of dumb, because I feel like if the dragon is medium size and you're small size, you should be able to ride it with no issue. But again, that's my personal opinion. And yeah. And also, you also gain a resistance to the Drake's Draconic Essence damage. The Purple Dragon Knight doesn't until 18th level. Now, I will tell you, force damage is now very common in the new player's handbook. So I can definitely see why you might wait until level 18. But honestly, I feel like at level 18 you should probably get immunity of force damage. And at level 7 you gain the resistance. Okay, maybe immunity is a little much, but I definitely do think you should probably get your resistance to force at around this level, in my personal opinion. Whatever, that's my opinion. But yeah. So overall, I'm not like I like this dragon mouth feature. I wish that if you were a smaller creature, the dragon doesn't fall at the end of its turn. Like if you're a tiny creature, that dragon should have no issue with flying you around. I think that's dumb. It should only have that if you're medium sized, but if you're small or even smaller, you should be fine. In my personal opinion. Um, and also the dragon's cone dealing only 2d6 points again, because this is only twice per day. This is only twice per day. This already has an artificial limit. Honestly, I think you could probably make this four. I mean, you're level 7, man. Would being able to cast fireball twice per day might be a little bit powerful. Nah, okay. Okay, maybe not fireball levels of damage. Maybe like how much is a chromatic? How much is a good healthy chromatic orb do? I think chromatic orb's like 48, or maybe a guiding bolt amount of damage. I know guiding bolt for a fact is 46, so maybe 46 points of breath weapon damage might be good. Chromatic orb, how much does this do? This is 3d8. So honestly, I feel like 3d8 is probably a good number, or like 46, whatever. Let's do d6 for the sake of it. So honestly, I think 46 damage if they fail a saving throw, half if they don't, is pretty nice. Cause yeah, especially when you get to your level 15 feature, you realize, wow, 2d6 for what we're giving up is very expensive. So I think definitely 46, and maybe at level 10 it's now 66. At level 15 it's 8d6, and at level 18 it's 10d6. Maybe I think scaling like that could be really nice. Also, I wish maybe at level 7 you also gain multi attack, or your Ren does some more damage. Overall, I feel like you should be doing more damage. But at level 7 we still get another pretty good feature. When you use your second wind to regain hit points, the dragon also regains hit points equal to a d6 plus your fighter level, and regains one of its uses of gravity breath. So, I do understand the fact that, yeah, it can regain uses when you use your second wind, so maybe that's why the damage is so low. But at the end of the day, 4d6 damage is if a level 1 wizard or a level 1 cleric, 4d6 or 3d8 damage is if a level 1 wizard or cleric did a guiding bolt or chromatic orb. You're a level 7 character. People are getting polymorphed. Fireballs are getting thrown. Lightning bolts are getting thrown around. Spiritual guardians are getting used, and they're getting grappled around the map with monks just cooking. Owls are using conjure woodland spirits, and clearing out whole dungeons. I think every single turn being able to use a guiding bolt completely for free is a-okay, and honestly a pretty big non-issue in my personal opinion. Again, this is my opinion, so and also at level 6, artificers can technically do that because they can technically make an expelled weapon of guiding bolt and have their homunculus servant just cast guiding bolt, which is 46. Granted, this does also have the saving throw to be pushed, and it is a cone. Granted, it is a saving throw at the end of the day, and and the spell save DC is going to be lower than Artificer, for example, because of the fact that it is scaling off your intelligence modifier. It probably won't be the highest, or your charisma, which again won't be your highest feature. Maybe like a 14 or a 16 if you take tough to get a lower con. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, if this was maybe a 46, I really don't see much of an issue. Or maybe 3d8. I think they're around the same maximum. Yeah, overall, I don't really see much of an issue in my personal opinion with making it 46. But yeah, I've already yapped way too long about that. And now we have rallying surge. When you use your attack, when you use your action surge, not your attack action. Sorry. When you use your action surge, you can choose up to 3 allies within 30-foot emanation originating from you. Each ally can take reaction to use one of the following options. Advance. The ally makes one attack with a weapon or unarmed strike. If your purple dragon is one of the allies using it, advance, the dragon can make one rend attack or retreat. The allies move up to half its speed without provoking opportunity attack. One of my opinions, honestly, this is pretty nice. I mean, I think being able to target 3 allies is super nice. You're never going to be targeting your purple dragon. I'm sorry, a D6 rend is way too low. Targeting your rogue, this will be cinema for your rogue. Yeah, well, not attacking, choosing your rogue is gonna be good. Choosing your barbarian, choosing your paladin, choosing honestly anything is probably gonna be better than choosing your purple dragon. I feel like maybe every time you use rallying surge, your purple dragon should also be able to do a rend attack no matter what. Again, that is my opinion. Um, and honestly, I feel like the ally moves up to half its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. Honestly, I feel like you could probably fuse advanced with retreat, and it wouldn't be that broken because it is only half your speed. So either make this their full movement or just combine the two is my personal suggestion. We also get Amethyst Pinnacle. Very nice feature. We get Superior Mount. The purple dragon grows to large size, and its speed and its fly speed increase to 40 feet. Additionally, the dragon no longer falls at the end of its turns if it's airborne while you're riding it. Pretty nice. Level 15, boom. Permanent dragon you can just ride on. Now you get tandem attack. When you take the attack action on your turn, you can forgo one of your attacks to command the dragon to make one rend attack. Alternatively, you can make the dragon forgo 2 of its attacks to use the gravity breath. Yeah, this is really bad. Unless no, yeah, I legit can. There's zero reason why you would ever, and I mean ever, use rend. Use the option. Yeah, tandem attack is pretty bad. I mean, maybe no, because you would just have the Because thing is, you would just have the dragon use its gravity breath first. I mean, I guess if they succeed, and maybe you want to go again. But the save DC is so low. It's like, is it even worth it? Like, yeah, I'm definitely not messing with this feature. Superior amount is cool. Tandem attack. I mean, 2d6 on a saving throw, and that takes up 2 of our attacks that could potentially crit and do extra damage with Great Weapon Master. Yeah, no, this is bogus. Now, okay, wait, I did forget to mention that to command the dragon, yes, it does go on our own initiative, but it does take a bonus action to command it. So yeah, I feel like, I feel like honestly, if it even taking a bonus action to command, its stat should be way stronger because it still is taking a very important part of your action economy to command it. So it definitely should be stronger. And then you get Enduring Commander. You and your purple dragon have resistance to force and psychic damage. I did hear that force damage is very common in the new monster manual. Um, and any attack that is considered to be magical is now just force damage. So, in theory, maybe giving you resistance to force damage at 7th level might have been a little too OP. I really don't think so because the barbarian has, resistance to all damage at level like 3 if they take oath of what is it called? Not oath, path of the or whatever. We beast totem barbarian. or Baritone Barbarian. That's at 3rd level, they have resistance to all damage. At 7th level, you have resistance to 1 damage, which I mean, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing is still going to be most common. So, I don't know. Again, that's my opinion. So, yeah, overall, what are my thoughts? This is a super cool subclass. I won't doubt it. But, flavor-wise, killing it. Murdering it, even. Lock this thing up. Flavor, peak. 10 out of 10 favor. Mechanically, though, it's kind of mid. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, cause the Drake Warden, yeah, it is. Even in my opinion, it's a little bit mid. Takes a little time for it to really, scale up and get good. But so is every Ranger subclass. But at level 15, your Drake is doing 3d6 points of damage. That's nice. It is still large size, and when either you or the Drake takes damage while you're within 30 feet of each other, you can use your reaction to give yourself or the Drake resistance to that instant of damage. You can use this reaction number of times equal to your PB bonus, and until you finish a long rest. So at level 15, you're getting a significantly better feature. At level 11, this is the better feature, significantly better. 7, significantly better. Level 3, significantly. Almost everything about the Drake Warden is significantly better. And when you compare this to other subclasses, this is just significantly worse. So I mean, yeah, I definitely do think if they would just change this to your charisma or your wisdom, it would be significantly better. I'm sorry, I'm saying significantly. Majorly better. That's a new word. It would be majorly better. And overall, yeah, just better. I feel like this being your charisma modifier fits the flavor a lot more because you are a commander. You're basically using your charisma to command your allies to rally them. I definitely do think that this this should be charisma. It would make this more flavorful, just overall enhanced, in my opinion. Rallying Surge, I'm mostly fine for Rallying Surge. I think Retreat and Advance should be one feature, or Retreat should just be all of its movement speed. Level 7 feature, Dragon Mount is good, but again, if you're a small creature, you shouldn't have to deal with that. Improved Gravity Breath definitely should be doing more damage. Honestly, I think that when you first get it, it should do 2d6, then 46 at 7, then 66 at 10, 86 at 15, then 10d6 at 18. I know you can, when you use your second wind, it gains more uses of it, but still, it's a pretty middling feature. Because again, artificers can just cast fireball 19 times in one day, so it's because again, this is using resource. So I do know fighters now get a metric crap ton of second wins. So you know what? I think I'm gonna end off this. Oh, okay. Well, I gave my opinion. Let me give my final opinions on both of these subclasses. Overall, they're both okay. Purple Dragon Knight, good, needs work. Scion of the Dead 3, perfectly amazing. Basically, it's the best they could have done in my personal opinion. I think honestly both these subclasses should either be charisma or wisdom instead of intelligence. Both the rogue and the fighter already use intelligence in 19 other subclasses. Make these different, make them feel more unique. Silent of the Dead 3 Rogue, that's my only complaint. I love that subclass. But Purple Dragon Knight definitely needs some help in my opinion. Or honestly, just make it equal to Drake Warden, because the Drake Warden exists, and if you want to play like of what's it called, a like Drake or a dragon user, the Drake Warden, I think 10 out of 10 is just significantly better, and also less limiting. Because again, this is only a purple dragon, which I know to me isn't limiting, but to some people, they may like the idea of having any metallic or chromatic dragon. Maybe if you're playing a worshiper of Tiamat, using the Purple Dragon Knight probably won't be your best option, but using the Drake Warden Ranger probably will be your best option. Or I can definitely see I can definitely see a version of this subclass maybe getting turned into like the base fighter, in my opinion. I feel like some of these features, I definitely do think like Rallying Surge, stuff like that, probably could be placed in the base. So I don't, maybe if you're like you have a player character, for example, in a campaign, and like maybe it's a avatar of like Bahamut or Tiamat or whatever the Gem Dragon's god is. And maybe it's like if you're playing a fighter or any other class, honestly. One, I think the fighter fits the most. This can be like gifted to your player if they do a big act of like worship to them. Maybe like they kill an enemy or gain back a sacred relic. So honestly, like in this current place, this can honestly probably be fine if it's like a gift given to your player completely for free. Yeah, it is very powerful, but maybe make it a very hard mission. Because honestly, making this your whole subclass, I don't think it's strong enough, especially in 2024. They don't have the funding for it. But yeah, again, this is all my opinion. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, this is your host, OT19, signing off. Peace.